Hello guys, good day, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you according to your time zone. A very big thank you to all those who have subscribed. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate. May God bless you. Please, if you have not yet subscribed, please support your girl. Subscription is actually free. I mean, it's free. Then also share our video and click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video. Thank you very much. So today's day I'll be showing you how to make an off-shoulder bustier flick gown. So the down part is 270. So first of all, what we are going to do, I'm going to be minusing this border away from my fabric because I don't really need it. So from there now I'll remove 5 inches for my off shoulder. So after removing 5 inches, I will get the half cut. The half cut I'm working with is 18 plus half, that's 18.5. So I'll measure my 18.5 and insert it here. Sorry guys. So I'll measure the 18.5 all through. So after measuring it now, the next thing is to use my chalk to draw a straight line. That will serve as my guideline. So from then I'll check if my folding is up to my bust circumference. The bust I'm working with is 46. 46 divided by 4 is 11.5. So I still have plus 3 inches. I still have enough. So I'm going to be using the remaining one for my zip allowance. So I'm going to measure my zip allowance now. So after measuring it now, if you want to determine the wideness of your back of shoulder, I mean the back and the front, your normal shoulder measurement, if it's 7.5, you're going to minus 1.5. So what I'm working with, the shoulder is 8.5. So if I minus 1.5, I will have 8. Sorry, I will have 7. So I'm not going to be adding to it. So I'll measure. I will use the same 7 inches for the back. So I'm going to insert my 7 inches here now. So I'll insert the 7 inches here, then mark it. I'm not going to be adding any half an inch. So after that, I'll place my tape now, move the 5, then insert my armhole measurement. The armhole I'm working with, I'm going to be making use of 9. How I normally get my armhole measurement is my shoulder plus 1.5. So I'll insert my bust measurement now, then connect it like this now. So this is how you are going to connect it if it has sleeves. If it does not have sleeve, there's a way to connect it. That one is different. Then for the back, I want it to be very deep, so I'm making use of 10 V back. So you just draw the V to be like this now. So after doing that now, the next thing you do is the waist measurement. The waist is 42 divided by 4 is 10.5 plus 3 inches. Then you connect it like so. So you can see how the back is now. So I'm going to cut it, then show you how it is. So I finished cutting it now. This is for the back. So you are going to notch the zip area now. So I'm going to place it now to cut the front. So if I want to cut this front now, I'll be adding extra 3 inches allowance to it. Why? Because I'm going to be covering the front to be a bustier front. So I'll fold it, then place the back on top. Don't forget to remove your zip allowance. So you place it like this. So and ensure you don't waste your fabric. Please always try and economize your fabric. So after doing that, guys, the next thing is to remark the back on the front part. But I'm still going to be adjusting the length because the length is going to be kind of to be longer than the back. I don't know why. So that's why it's advisable for you to use your tape to check if it's more than the length of what you want. So I'm place my tape now, then check. So you see I have more than enough. So I have 19.5 and I'm looking for 18.5. So I'm going to use my tape now to readjust it to my desired length measurement. So I'm going to clean the down part so that to not confuse us. So the next thing to do is to insert my underbust measurements. So the underbust measurement I'm working with is 15. I'll be measuring the 15. I'm not adding anything to that 15. The reason being that it does not have joining at the shoulder and it's an off shoulder, so I'll be using that same 15 inches. Then after measuring this 15 inches, you place your tape, then you count 4 inches upwards from your underbust to get your nipple points. You count 4 inches upwards to get your nipple points. Whatever you have, 4 inches, you mark it, that's your nipple point. If it's a shoulder, you add half an inch, that's 4.5. But since it's an off shoulder, I'm not adding anything. So the next thing to do now is to go to the waistline. Now I'm going to go down to the waistline. For the center part now, I'm going to be measuring 3.5. For the down part, 3.5 at the waistline. Then the underbust, I'll measure the same 3.5. Then I'm going to draw a straight line to connect it. Then for the nipple point, I'm going to measure 4.5. That's for the nipple to nipple measurement, the nipple to nipple measurement. Then for the upper part now, I'm going to measure 4 inches. I don't know if you understand it. So just follow it like this. You are going to achieve the shape of that your gown. Then for the other side, I'm going to measure 2 inches. All to the underbust, 2 inches. Then for the nipple point, I will come down by 1 inches. I'll go up by 1 inches. Then after doing that, you are going to connect it. You are going to draw it to meet with the 2 inches. So you connect it just the way I'm doing this. Then for the upper part, I will go in by 2 inches as well, so that it will come out very curved. So you see how it is now. I don't know if this shock is visible enough. So here is it, guys. So I'm going to cut it out now. Then after cutting, before I will measure what I want. So I finish cutting, you see how it is now. Then you place it like, you see the way it is. You are going to make it to lap each other. You make it to lap by half an inch. So that's it, guys. So then I'll place the back on top now, then use it to shaping it out. But if I still want to shaping it, I'll be leaving like 1 inches at this shoulder area, because I've not joined the bust side, the bust that I've not joined it. So I'm going to leave 1 inches, then connect it like this now. So that's it. That's just the only difference you'll be making there. So please, if you want to make this style, try and follow this method. You are going to achieve it, I bet you guys. So this is it now. So after cutting it now, the next thing is to go to the front part. Now we are going to deepen the front. So if you want to deepen it, you just remove from the center part, then you remove little from the side. So you place your tape now, 5 inches that you remove, then plus how deep you want it to be. I'll be using 8 for a start. Then after sewing, if it's not deep enough, I can still re-deepen it again. So you draw it like a sweetheart neck or a v-neck, anyhow you want it. But that neck looks like, I don't know, looks like v-neck also, I guess. So you draw it like so, then cut it out. So I'm still going to be cutting the neck part after joining the bust area. So you see the center part of our glass or our top. So the next thing to do is to cut the down part. I told you before that the down part is 270. It's a 270-degree flay. So what I'll do is to straighten my fabric. I'm going to trim off these excesses, I mean those rough part. Then you fold it into two. You're going to break the length of your fabric into two, just like the way I'm folding it now. You see how it is now. So that's how you are going to fold it like that. It's your length that will determine what you put on fold, the length of your gown that you that will determine what you put on fold. And don't forget to add allowance to the length of your gown, so that after sewing it will not be short. So after folding, then you bring it like so again. So this is how to fold your 270-degree flay. And definitely the front part will not be enough, just as you have seen, so we are going to be adding to it. So you fold it like that. Now you leave your zip allowance, leave your 2 inches zip allowance, or 1.5 zip allowance. So you turn it like so, then insert your
use your tape now to check
so
what's
what
enough for your
I'm
round
going to do,
waist
I'll just use my
measurement.
tape to see where
So if I make this of 10 points, I'll make this of 11. You are not going to be adding this one.
So
this side, you won't
I'll
add it.
just
So
use
you
my
check
tape now
it
to
now.
measure it like this.
Use your chalk to follow the curve
This
of
is
what
how I
you
normally
want.
do my.
Or you can place your tape
like that,
here
place your
now.
tape on at the
Then you
upper part,
measure
use
40, use it to get it all
round,
round, depending
to
on how
measure
you
it
want
round
it.
and see till you get your waist
So
measurement.
I'll do it like this now.
So whatever you have, times it by 4. That's how to get it.
So I have 11 now. So from there I will move my 18 inches that I'm looking for. This is the 18 inches now. Then I will use it to measure it and see if what I have here is enough for the length that I'm looking for.
So I'm going to be using my tape now to measure it all around. The length I'm looking for is 58.
I'm making use of 58 inches.
My seam allowance, that's 58 inches.
So I'll place my tape here, 18 inches now. And I'll measure my 58 inches. This is 58 inches here. So I'll measure the 58 here like this. I'll measure the 58 inches all round. So this is the 58 inches here.
So don't forget that I'm looking for.
I told you before that I'll be adding to this front part now.
So I'll measure the 58.
This is how you are going to get this down. If you want to make it for yourself, you follow this procedure. So this is the 58. So this is it here.
I'll cut it out. Then use my. Then complete the front part. That's it. Very simple. 270-degree flay is very simple.
This is how to achieve your gown.
Try this out. It's very
This
lovely.
270. So let me cut it now. I will show you how it is after cutting it. Finish cutting it out.
After cutting, I have
cutting the
something like
length of
this.
what I want. So I'll be adding to this.
So I'll use my.
So if you want to add to it now, it's just this front part that you'll be adding to this front part. So you are going to measure what's remaining, and you add it to it. So let me show you how you are going to add it.
You can see it. You see it now.
You open it now.
So I'll open it now.
So after opening it,
bring out my.
you bring out your remaining fabric.
The remaining one. So I've measured it to see what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is 8 inches, but I'll be using 1.5 to cut it.
So you fold it like
into 2.
Fold it like this now. See that you're going to fold.
See now. You fold it into 2 like this.
So please, if you want to make this style, ensure you have enough fabric.
After folding
you don't have enough fabric.
Leave a little space.
You are going to have
the center of this
difficulties. So we will join this place now.
Center of that place.
So let me measure what I want.
So right now we'll start our. I'll make sure then see what I'm looking for.
So you are going to.
What's here now is
15
inches.
Don't forget we remove 18 inches.
For 8
so this is 50.
But
we are looking for 8 inches.
We are not going to make use of exactly.
We are looking for 8 inches. So I'm going to measure 9 inches.
Border that we have to sew.
So I'll measure 9 inches
of 9.5. So I'll measure my.
So instead of 8, I'll measure 9. Or let me just make use of 9.5. Then after joining it, I'm going to be shaping it again to what I'm looking for.
Then I'll use the
9.5.
That's how to achieve this gown.
So I will cut it out. Then after cutting, I will join it. Then after joining it, I will show you how it is. I'll finish. I will show you how to shape it the other down part of the flay gown. So this is the rope now, the bed for the waist. Look at the style very well. You see that it has beds tied to the front. So this is the bed that I cut. I'm going to join it to my desired length. So I use the wideness of
working with each one is
I use wideness of 4.5.
So I'm going to
So if I want to sew it now, I'm going to
can you
sew
box
it like
it to one
this
side
now.
then
So I will join it for the see the length of what. If it's not enough, I will add to. This is for the rope now. So don't forget you need 2 rope. Add it to the 2 waist side. 2 rope. That's what you need. So you are going to determine the length of what you want. It's your choice. So that's.
So I've finished joining it now.
I've finished joining to the front part of
You can
this.
see that you have to refold it the way you
So I'm going to refold it again just the way I folded it for the first time now. So you fold it like this now. Then
the next thing to do
this
now is to
length,
cut
this
it out.
back length to cut it out.
So you just trim it.
So ensure that you straighten it before
Follow that
cutting it.
part that is so
So this is how to achieve your 270-degree flare down for your
so I just want to arrange it
overall
so
down.
that
That's
one is no longer than
down.
one.
So here is it now. So I'm going to cut it out.
So I'm going to trim it out.
So we are done for the down part. So this is it. I'm going to show you the next thing.
So the next thing
is
we'll
to
do
cut
is
your tiny
we are
rope.
finished cutting out the bed.
So if you want to cut that tiny rope
for the shoulder.
You will determine how wide you
Tiny
want
rope
it.
that will be used.
So I'll be making use of wideness of 3 inches, then the length
So
of,
you want to cut out. You want to cut.
let's say the length of 14 inches for someone that is big. So this is the front now.
So let me open it. So that you
Use that to achieve your 270. See that it does not have
it's
just
about that.
all
So
round.
that's
It does
why
not
I
have joint.
place it down like
Yes,
this.
this
That's where my actual waist is.
So the place it now.
So you see that the thing is round. You know how it joins and it's only the back. You see that this is 270.
Next thing I will show you now is. So let me just
So
show
the
you how
next
to
thing
cut
I will show you how to cut
your
the
tiny
tiny
rope for your the tiny skin. You know we have to split. One is box sleeve, then the other one is
So I'll be making use of
it's
the
just a
length of,
normal long one. So you
15
measure.
inches, but that's not the
This
actual
is the
length
2
I'm
here
looking
now.
for. I'm
You
seeing
measure the length of
then the wideness
14
of 3
inches.
inches.
You can make use of 15. After sewing, you trim
So
it
the
to what you
wideness of
want.
3 inches.
Then the wideness of 3 inches. So after turning it out, we have 1.5. So here is it now. This is the tiny rope. Then the other one, the other sleeve that. So if you want to, the sleeve now. I'm going to use a normal straight sleeve, then I will just gather it. So what I will do, I will measure the length of what I want. I will make use of length.
I will measure. You measure.
This is 14, but before that, I will leave my folding allowance of 1.5 at the upper part. You measure your 1.5 like this now. So if you want it to be full, you add your allowance to it. So after that now, make the full length here is 50. So I'll be folding like 2 inches from it.
I want the hand to be bigger.
So what you do,
So then
is
for
to-
this other side now,
I'm going to come this side now.
5 inches.
This other side, you go in
so
by
that
5
I will cut
inches.
it out.
Then after that now, you just
5
connect
inches
it
now.
like this now.
Then
So
I'm
this is
going
how it
to-
is.
I'm
I'm
going to
going
cut
to
it
be
out.
putting lines to it. So by the time you gather, you see that
I'm going to gather it like that now.
it will
So
show.
let me cut it
I want
out.
the sleeve to be very long and
So after cutting it, this is
So that's why I'm
cutting
using it
part of our
like this.
video. So the next one
So
we'll
here
do
is
now
it
is the
now. So
sewing.
let me
The sewing
wash
is
it.
very brief, but
I'll use it to cut the other sleeve.
I'm doing this.
But you can still achieve it full zero flare depending on how you want to achieve it.
Subscribe.
So I will fold my 2 inches. By the time I fold my 2 inches, then fold my 1.5. You see that what's remaining is not that much. So I'll use it to cut out the other sleeve. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much. Bye.